the annals of scientific exploration, few figures straddle the divide between the empirical and the esoteric as boldly as Marcel Vogel. Born on April 14, 1917, in San Francisco, California, Vogel's life unfolded as a remarkable odyssey, a journey from the structured halls of corporate innovation to the uncharted realms of human consciousness and crystalline energy. Vogel's early years hinted at his dual nature. A self-taught prodigy, he devoured knowledge with a voracious appetite, mastering chemistry and physics outside formal academia. By age 6, he had already set his sights on unraveling the mysteries of luminescence, a fascination that would later illuminate his career. In 1944, after years of independent study, he joined IBM's research division in San Jose, where he would spend 27 years forging a legacy of technical brilliance. His contributions were formidable: over 150 patents, including the magnetic coating for hard disk drives, a breakthrough that remains foundational to modern data storage. Yet beneath this veneer of conventional success, a restlessness brewed, a yearning to probe deeper into the fabric of existence. The turning point came in the 1960s, when Vogel encountered the work of Cleve Baxter, a polygraph expert who demonstrated plants responding to human emotions. This revelation struck a chord, igniting a new chapter in Vogel's life. He resigned from IBM in 1981, founding Psychic Research Inc., a venture dedicated to exploring the intersections of science and spirit. It was here that his attention turned to quartz crystals, humble minerals he believed held extraordinary potential. Inspired by a dream of the Kabbalistic tree of life, a mystical diagram of divine geometry, Vogel envisioned a tool to amplify the unseen, the Vogel-cut crystal. Crafting these crystals was no mere whim. It was an act of precision and reverence. Vogel developed a method to cut quartz into double-terminated forms, often 4, 6, 8, or more sides, each facet aligned to resonate with what he called universal life force. Drawing on his chemical expertise, he tested thousands of configurations, settling on shapes that maximized coherence, a term he borrowed from laser physics to describe energy in perfect sync. He likened the crystal to a tuning fork for the soul, capable of absorbing intent, love, healing, or focus, and radiating it outward. His process was meticulous. A practitioner would hold the crystal, breathe intent into it, and release its energy, often by spinning it over water to imprint molecular structure. According to Vogel, the crystal is a neutral object whose inner structure exhibits a state of perfection and balance. When it is cut to the proper form, and when the human mind enters into relationship with its structural perfection, the crystal emits a vibration which extends and amplifies the power of the user's mind. Like a laser, it radiates energy in a coherent, highly concentrated form, and this energy may be transmitted into objects or people at will. The crystal works much the same way that a laser does. It takes scattered rays of energy and makes the energy field so coherent and unidirectional that a tremendous force is generated, one that is much stronger than if the energies were allowed to be emitted without having come into coherence. The energetic healer has to deal with the emanations of his or her hands or bioenergy field, which do not have the same levels of coherence one can obtain by using a crystal as a focusing tool. The crystal, when used with love, makes the energies of mind coherent. It brings these energies into a pattern exactly fitting the life force energies of the person seeking to be healed, then amplifies them for healing. The structural change in cutting quartz into the proper shape is to tune it to be a coherent information transfer device. The form geometry of such a crystal creates a coherent field of energy that can act as a carrier wave of information, whereas raw quartz does not. Why is this important? Vogel said, "This carrier wave must have a coherency to it so as not to mingle with the radiations emitted from the target material, but act now as the differentiating transport vehicle." The quartz crystal cut in the dipyramidal shape provides such an instrument. This crystal device can be utilized in the directing of healing energy by impressing it with the desire and intention to do so. Although it seems like magic, actually it is more technological. The energy field created by the brain, a bioelectric organ, sets up subtle changes in the energy states within the crystal. This is similar to the observer effect recognized by modern physics. As an amplifier, the crystal increases this effect to the point where water can accept the same changes. Marcel demonstrated this in his laboratory. In a repeatedly performed experiment, He impressed the intention to remain pure into a healing crystal. Marcel then injected this information into fruit juice. He kept two uncovered glasses side by side, one treated in this manner and the other as a control. Over a period of months, he observed that the treated juice remained clear and fragrant. The control became cloudy, filled with mold and bacterial growth. In a similar manner, the intention to heal can be transferred through a crystal. The body, being mostly water, accepts the charge immediately, often with dramatic results. Vogel's experiments pushed boundaries. In one study, he used a radionics device, the Omega-5, to measure energy fields around plants. Water treated with a Vogel-cut crystal, he claimed, spurred growth rates up to 30% higher than untreated controls, a finding he attributed to structured water mirroring the body's own liquid crystal systems. He extended this to humans, asserting that cell membranes and tissues, liquid crystals themselves, could be realigned by a crystal's vibrations, restoring health where disease had disrupted balance. His tools included the Universal Life Force Crystal and the Star of David Pendant, each designed to channel specific energies for therapeutic ends. Yet Vogel's vision stretched beyond the physical. He saw quartz as a bridge to a higher intelligence, a conduit for what he termed the mind of God. In his view, crystals didn't just amplify energy, they stored information, much like the magnetic coatings he'd pioneered at IBM. He conducted trials with healers, documenting how intent-focused crystals could shift water's properties, measurable through infrared spectroscopy, or influence psychic phenomena. His work with luminologist Joanna Berry revealed quartz glowing under intent, a luminescence he tied to his childhood obsession. Vogel's later years were marked by mentorship. After leaving IBM, he trained others, doctors, scientists, spiritual seekers, passing his techniques to a small cadre of disciples. His health declined, and on February 12, 1991, at age 73, he died in San Rafael, California, leaving behind a legacy both celebrated and contested. Critics dismissed his claims as unproven, lacking rigorous peer review, yet his followers, through groups like Vogel Crystals, carry his torch, crafting his designs and echoing his belief in a crystalline connection to the cosmos. Marcel Vogel's life was a testament to relentless curiosity, a scientist who dared to meld the tangible with the ethereal. From IBM's labs to the quiet pulse of quartz, he forged a path where technology met transcendence, leaving a crystalline imprint on the edges of human understanding.